go, my minion. I believe in you, my panda. Alright, let's go like this. And that's already 4 damage. So every time you unlock it, you make it easier for the rest of the game. And here we go. A 5/4 panda. And it will be bigger. This is interesting. So we resolve panda trigger first. They will get the card, of course. And we don't get the stun counter because it brought its back from the graveyard. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today you will see the most terrifying demon of your life that you have never seen before. Yep, don't be shy. Fiendish Panda is actually a bear demon card you probably have never seen, and it actually triggers all the Unholy Annex Synergies while also getting value whenever you gain life. And guess what Annex does? It gains life after you play this. So you literally buff the panda to 4/3 instantly, you get the demon trigger, and whenever it dies you get another creature from your graveyard. You basically want to take either Bat, Slasher or another demon harvester from the graveyard. So obviously how you counteract the demons. You kill them. Go for the throat in the face of a demon. But whenever you kill this, you get another demon and suddenly they fall super behind. So that's the idea. And by the way, Harvester can reanimate Panda when it dies, and Panda can reanimate Harvester when it dies. So those creatures just love living their best life and they support each other. And by the way, whenever you lose Panda, your opponent basically gets hit by another bat from the graveyard, they won't like it. They absolutely won't like it. And yeah, let's go into the gameplay. And if you want to have a chance at saving Panda from extinction in Standard, you can sub-join Patreon or memberships on YouTube, because we will try to make it alive, alright? Like, it's my favorite Panda of Standard. And yeah, that being said, let's go into games and have some fun. And we will probably try to clear the board so we can set up Unholy Annex, and then we go Harvester. Or the Panda if we get the land. So we absolutely take this 1 damage. I could Smite, I know, but I want to know that nothing scary is in the board. Is that up the beanstalk or something? This could be Resort Reinforcements theoretically. I will play it to see if there's reaction and to keep the board a little bit clearer. I fear this mana a little bit, because this could be get lost at the end step when we play Annex. That's okay, that's actually perfect for us. Good. That means I can set up the Annex and start doing cards. Then we go Harvester. We should hit a land. Let's go, let's go. This is a bit of an aggressive deck, so it might be rough to get into the point where, you know, we can stabilize fully, but I think we should be able to do it. We should have the tools. We have the Panda of Absolute Doom, alright? Look at this face. It just wants to be played. It just wants to be your favorite pet. Innocence. Alright, they are not drawing cards yet, so I'll take it. It's actually not bad for us. And if they attack with this, we can Smite. We want to force them to attack. I think I really need the demon though. Not my favorite, to be honest, but it is what it is. I need to live gain, especially that we are paying ourselves. So not amazing. I wanted the Smite a lot, but it is what it is. But we'll try to make it work. Let's see if that's Annex or Harvester. So they're trying to go for the kill, I guess. And they will use map on Innocent. Interesting. Normally you go on the lifelinker because you... Oh, but I guess this is also a lifelinker. Oh, this is a scary card. It's interesting. So either they have 1 in the hand or they think they cannot trigger the hideaway. No land, unfortunately, still. This of course got exiled. We could go Slasher into Smite. It's honestly a good play. We take some damage, but we prepare for very strong next turn. Because all of those cards are 2 for 1. What is the Painland? We have the perfect mana. I will take black because I need white. That's the logic, because I want to conceal a little bit how I want to play. So I will try to block this with Slasher and this with Smite. I don't think it will work so perfectly, but hopefully we'll make some progress. Okay, this is very good. Even though it gives them so many cards, it's not too much on this turn, and this is something we super care about. And they cannot really attack, right? Unfortunately, I would love them to attack because then I get free Smite. Oh boy, so they will probably use the map tokens on something. I hope they will get a non-land, so this can trade against Slasher, and I hope this will make them confident enough to swing all, but probably not. Thank you, man. I'm so happy they hit the non-land. If they hit the land, that would completely not happen, and that was amazing case for us. All right, we still, man. Do we want to attack them? What internation? Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. I fully agree. Let's play the land. We don't have mana for double. I mean, if we go double 3-drop, we might die very quickly. Yeah, I think this is best. We don't have anything in the graveyard yet. Slasher might be there. I think we go with this because it's more mana efficient on this turn. Like, we got a little bit unfortunate mana on this one. And at least we are starting to draw some cards and life gaining, so this should help us. Like, we need to endure it. Like, you know, enduring, you know. This made absolutely no sense. So, we need them slowed down a little bit. They don't have too much mana, so we need to basically kinda try to outvalue them over time. It won't be easy, because they are doing so many extra cards themselves. Land into Pixie, huh? Okay, good. Okay, I think we are doing it. This is close to a breaking point, so this should be Panda into Bat probably. I would love to unlock the Annex as well. You know what? Okay, I think I know. So, we go for this to pressure. Cannot block it. We will keep enough blockers to, you know, make it work. Good. We are getting a little bit progress on the board. Free removal. It should be Panda into Chamber, right? Go, my minion. I believe in you, my Panda. Alright, let's go like this. And that's already 4 damage. So every time you unlock it, you make it easier for the rest of the game. And here we go. A 5/4 Panda. And it will be bigger. Oh, I'm loving this card already. And we have more. By the way, it's not legendary, so we can literally stack all of the, like, whole board of them. And every turn it grows, so it will be 7/6 on the next turn, and at some point it will be too huge to contain. This Panda just cannot be contained. Alright. A lot of mobs, but with double Annex it actually doesn't you know, hurt us at all, because this is basically stalling for them. This might be a bit of a problem, but we have a moment before it triggers and we should hit removal by then. Alright. I think we are ready, right? Let's go, Panda. I believe in you. You can do everything. They will double hit Panda. I think it's good enough. We need to start pressuring because they are close to death. Yes. Yes. They are finally scared. And look, this is the first block. This is the most scary of all the demons. And we are trading against Shattered by Ghost, which is really nice. And we get the demon back as well. Man, this is insanely good for us. Like, I think we are winning this super hard. They basically gave away the whole board. So... what do we have in the graveyard? Slasher. This is interesting. So we resolve Panda trigger first. And they will get the card, of course. And we don't get the stun counter because it brought it back from the graveyard. And now we need to think. We definitely play a land for the next turn. Do we go for the Panda? It seems to be as scary as we hoped for. I think we go Panda into Bat. Because Panda will grow with every Annex trigger. It will also make sure that the next turn is better. And this will try to hit whatever is bad. I should play it in reverse order, by the way. Alright, Enduring Innocence is probably too slow for them. Collector's Cage is something we cannot do anything. I think it's Pixie. It's cheap, it can block flyers. And let's go. Go, my Panda. Man, with Skrelv it would be so much easier. Alright, Duress. It's interesting. Look at the board, like we are, every turn we are getting so skyrocketed head, and we actually never hit with Slasher, so this life is not halved, like it's just pure Annex basically. Alright. Innocence, so they want to draw more cards, but it will cost them so much time. And that's why we didn't care about this card, because it's 3 mana, it's actually most of their turn. So obviously they will always get more plays with Enduring Innocence. Nowhere else. They will still draw a card because this one has drawn already, but this one didn't. So, you know, they get a new trigger. And that's it. And that's why the Pixie would be so perfect here. They could even bounce the Big Overlord and play it again. Alright. Alright, guys, we need to win this. I mean, full swing, right? That's how we do it. I don't think they can block the bat, to be honest. I'm considering leaving Harvester to get back the card that, you know, happens. Pixie is acceptable probably on the next turn. I think we just swing all, honestly. But we are not yet going for the fortresses. We just go like this. Go. This beautiful face deserves victory. Alright, double block. They are scared of Slasher. Yep. They're trading, but they are lacking creatures, as you can see. And soon we should start to draw removal. Yeah, that's more like it. Sure. And we clear the board this way. Like, fully. So even though they will get the cards, bro, like, we are literally winning already. Did I stack triggers right? I think I messed it. I'm not sure. No, well, it's fine. Alright. Oh. I mean, this is an easy choice. The third Annex, land, and Panda for the absolute kill. And Duress, of course. Just to make sure it hurts even more. Sheltered, more like dead by ghosts. The Panda always prevails. Alright guys, we are going first and we are going strong with some Skrelv into Bat. And let's see what our opponent is cooking. Because we don't know them. Oh man, this should be nice. This should be nice. Let's go. Cavern Bat. The pain that I know so well. Oh, so you like your hand because you got the maze, mine, tome. Well, not anymore. That was pretty rough. They cannot target it because it's an arty. Man, Skrelv is so... This card is legit insane. So, let's see what they... Man, if they draw... yep. Yeah, you cannot. You cannot. We will think when we Duress. This will be... Oh, man. Well, not on this turn. Let's attack with Bat. And, you know, just put some pressure into our opponent. And, by the way, this is hand with no Annex. Like, this is our worst case scenario. And here's the Slasher. So, honestly, they probably have to go end step, go for the throat, into main phase, go for the throat. So this way they can try to overload our Skrelv. Oh, that's how you want to do it. Interesting. Do you think they care about Slasher so much? I will still go for it, but I could see a different play, but I assume black, right? Mono black. But I assume that they will make the same decision when we don't have protection, right? I think they're actually scared of Slasher. I think they should probably try to kill the Bat, to be honest. Oh my god, so efficient! Triple removal spells. Alright, it's back, but if they want to kill it, they need to... Man, they devoted so many resources to this. And they do all of this because they think they will deadly cover up. Well, not anymore. I will play it now because there is a chance they will top deck Duress. Look at this sweet hand, and this is how we do it. This is how we do it. So we are not killing them with this, right? There's no way they will top deck it. Okay, they will draw removal, let's be honest, they will. Alright. So I think we will try to go for the Panda with the life gain. It will be protected, so we need to hit a land. Perfection. Absolute perfection. Go, my Panda Bear. Oh, this is something they've never expected. Oh, I love it. I love it. Go, Panda. Get fed by the Bat of Absolute Doom. And here we go. And this is the scariest demon of Standard, alright? At least today. At least At least in our hearts. So yeah, now they cannot kill it. And even if they could, it's not going great. Like honestly, let's go. Let's go. We are going for the kill, man. And it's also a demon. And we have so many surprise demons in this deck. Go, go, go. Oh, I never pressed it. Here we go. And that's already a ton of damage. And of course, everything is protected. And they need to kill the panda first, right? Oh, and then we get Slasher. And if they kill it, we get Slasher. So they literally need to top deck Deadly Cover-Up that we already discarded. So they need exactly another, because they cannot get... No way, they... Bro, you literally just name the card that they need to win the game, and they have it. And they will exile the panda, right? This was literally the only card in their whole deck that made a difference, and they already used one. Oh my god. Oh my god, but they made the wrong decision. They think Slasher is scary. No, my friend. The real scary play is the panda of absolute doom. Here it comes. The bat strikes again. Killing their card Are you Oh my god, they are so good at this game. Alright. Plan number 2. Just poking them to absolute death with our Mite tokens. So I left the tome because it's slower. So if they draw a card, they need to spend so much mana to just basically cycle. The first card is basically 4 mana, cycle a card. So that's not very efficient. The tome gets power only, after it. And the Fish of Doom is, unfortunately for our opponent, I have to say, like, what the discrepancy. The best card, one of the 2 or 3 in the whole deck that win the game, compared to double land from the top. I mean, I can see who the shuffler definitely has as a champion here. And he drew another one from the top. That's the third top deck in a row. Alright. Our opponent doesn't know how to draw lands from the top, that's for sure. At least go for the throw. That's why we play Mirrex instead of Fountain Port, because it's way easier at closing games. Alright, they're drawing, so they don't go double Fountain Port, which is nice. And they will probably make a token. We kill the token. But we want to kill the token before it blocks, probably. It won't be easy to close this game with this incredible discrepancy in draws. Like, I'll be honest, like, our opponent basically got saved 3 times in a row, and we got absolutely murdered with our draws 3 times in a row. So that's a huge difference. Hopefully they won't keep drawing removal, right? And they didn't save enough mana. I don't think you need to make a stop, but we still will make a stop. Because we need to keep pressuring them. We need to stack this advantage as much as possible, because thanks to Shuffler, I actually need to win the whole game out of literal lands. And by the way, we still didn't draw a single Annex, which is basically the whole strategy for this deck. Alright, they can life gain on the next turn, so we will see if that's poison or damage. Alright, go like this. We need to keep up the pressure. They don't know about this. More lands! That's why we have so many different lands, because I know that in clutch situation I will have to win the whole game out of them. This is crazy! I'm doing nothing but lands and he's doing nothing but removal and top decks. Alright. They can draw a card if we go for the throat here, but I mean, then they die. I think this is a good trade. I cannot believe we won without Annex, with our opponent having all the top decks. Of course they have another one. Of course. Why do you think they would not draw another one? Oh my god, it's also a removal that actually hits artifacts. Oh my god, I'm not even playing against this guy, it's just Shuffler, the champion of Shuffler. Alright, enough Sloth, it's fine. It's going great. I think we might still win, but it's beyond crazy. So now we have the Sanctuary, so now they know there's even more pressure coming, and they're only constrained by mana. Of course they want this life gain. Oh my god, even the Tome hurts them so much. Like, each one of those cards, if it was drawn differently, I think they would be basically dead. But, I mean, they're not drawing differently. And I think we still will win this. Like, honestly. Especially with Smite. So how you want to push the last, the last push, basically. Moment. Double Simulacrum. Huh. Interesting. So they will get a lot of mana, that's very scary. And this is a creature, so it will hit, the Go for the Fruit will hit it. Of course we go for this. Then we activate another land from the top. I think I didn't draw a single non-land card since 4 turns, and this, look at this guy. Just perfect. Alright, we need to win this anyway. So I can kill one of the simulacrums. I deal 2 damage or 3 damage. I think we have to go for poison win. Like honestly, I will definitely use this. I will try to go with Fortress, because they don't know about it. Like they don't know we can deal 2 damage indirectly. Oh, they will block 2 creatures unfortunately, right? And they will draw 1 card. Oh, this is how... Really? Very interesting block. That might give us the win on the next turn. That's why we didn't show the Fortress. If they knew, they might have made a different choice. They're at 6 poison. Go for this. And they will. The problem is they have so much mana, they can use double Fountain Port and go for the Fruit all at the same turn. This is okay, but it's actually not as amazing. If they go for Fountain Ports right now, they cannot go for the Fruit. Alright. That's the 5th land in a row! I'm literally playing the whole game. Man, can you imagine having worse draws? We actually didn't draw too many non-land cards in the whole game. So if we activate the Fortress, of course they will go for the Throat. If we go Fortress, they kill Fortress, then we triple attack. They make Fountain Port token and they block everything and we don't win. But Sloth, they cannot use Fountain Port because it costs 1 life and you misplayed. Draw from the top can... Oh, but they can... So they can draw a card. So they can make a token, draw a card with it and prevent the attack, but it still taxes them for a lot of mana and they don't have better board state. They're at 1, so every mistake will cost them the game. They only attack with this. Double block. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. So I think we make... we go like this, because we actually need all the mana to make double tokens. By the way, all of this would not even happen if they didn't top deck this Deadly Cover-Up, which basically was the 1 of 2 or 3 cards in the whole deck that prevented them losing. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how this game is still going. Drawing a card really hurts here, but at least we got rid of 1 of the blockers, and we did not lose any mana because we used this. So they will have 3 creatures against our 4-5 creatures. And they also need to keep Go for the Throat every turn. They actually draw a card. Oh, I'm not sure if that's a good play. I think they might lose because of this. Let's actually kill this one because it's even bigger than the Mentor. It also lowers the Mentor damage, right? So we have to go for this. Let's see what the play is after the combat phase. Nothing. Duress will likely miss, most likely. So what can we do? I think we go with Citadel. We could go with Harvester. That prevents at least this damage. It's something. You know what? I like this play. It is also a demon, so it will help us stabilize. Honestly, at this point, if we're on the play, the game is won. Because they wouldn't burn through Annex. We would get enough removal. But on the draw, they might still get us before we stabilize. I guess we have to go with Slasher to prevent some of the damage. And if we can block the damage for, you know, stop the bleeding, we can untap and get lost maybe. So that puts the demon back into our board. So let's see. Alright. Our opponent doesn't like drawing 3 cards. Do they even know how Knight of Errant of Chaos works? Man, if they don't attack, I will just laugh so hard. Bro, they don't even know what this deck does. The reason you play this is you tap convoke those creatures and they could draw 2 drops. By casting it by using clans, you cannot draw cards with this, and that makes it just a 5 mana 4/4, which is extremely bad, of course. So now we can try to do some magic. I think we have to get lost, but we can also go for the Sanctuary. So we wait for this turn, because now we can defend, and we will use this turn to get a demon or kill the mentor and pay the ward. We will see. I think that our opponent has no idea what this deck is doing. Yep, definitely. Definitely. Alright, I'll take it. We kill this, we trade against the Death Touch, which is already good for us. And this is their card advantage, and they used it as a bet 5 mana 4/4. Alright then, so I think we kill the mentor. They might protect it in some way, but I will take this risk. It's a little bit more safe to target Shelter by Ghost, but I think they don't have the counterplay, and with this we'll win the game. Normally they would have the Knight of Eos card, so they could have 2 more cards, but you know, they don't know what those do. Let's go for Duress to make sure that they don't have the play. Sure. And as you can see, honestly we'll just go for Annex. I don't care about what they have. And we can use the 4 mana from Citadels to activate the Sanctuary for the rest of the game. Let's keep this one. We are winning the long game. With Annex you cannot lose the long game against this kind of deck. Even if they played this with Offspring, which they will, use the map token, gain life, make infinite creatures, it still doesn't matter. We will win anyway. Especially that Slasher is coming back at some point. And they need to keep attacking to get the value. So just, you know, incredible value for those cards, but it's not as incredible as Annex. Alright, so they will use map token. Let's see if they draw a land or hit a creature. They probably want to hit something that is relevant, like for example Quest Color that buffs the whole board with extra tokens they will be making. So good for them, good for them. I think we can trade with the Harvester here. It's not a creature, so we actually cannot use this. Oh, but they will get the buff. Alright, so I guess okay, that's fine. We just activate this. They have chosen to not make tokens, but that's okay. That means that we have like better blocker for the next turn. And I think with this they will lose super hard. We can go, okay, we can go Soulstone Sanctuary again. If we go for the demon, we could tap Sanctuary. No, it's not worth it. I think we just go Slasher because it's more efficient this way. Then at dance step we activate Sanctuary and we just, you know, keep passing the turn. Because if they don't go for extra creatures, they are not getting too much value. And every turn we are draining them, which helps us super stabilize and gives us, you know, better choice. So they can pump, but now we can start blocking with Slasher. So if they attack with one huge creature, we just Death Touch it. And if they block with, if they attack to get the tokens, we block all the tokens easily. Obviously the best card of their deck. We cannot mill it yet. But I think we can do enough to get rid of it, but that's incredibly good draw. That's second Shelter by Ghost in 14 cards. So let's see what they will go for. +1, sure. So they're going hard for this damage. They're going hard. We could use Fortress if we want. I wonder. So we Death Touch this, that's for sure. And we probably want to double block this. We have to probably double block with Sanctuary. Let's actually do it. I think this is good enough. It's so much toughness and enough at how do we do it? This is 4. I'm not sure if that was the right call. I didn't, you know, go fully on it. Maybe we just go like this. So then we don't need to block with it. Yeah, because we cannot hit anything for 4. I mean, that's good enough. And they cannot... Oh, they can kill both of the demons, but then we make another demon. Of course, instead of Fortress, I should activate the Sanctuary then. But that would make video a little bit slower, so I usually just go for the play and, you know, see what happens. Alright, so we traded against all the annoying creatures, and now we have a nice Smite here. We go Sunken Citadel on probably white mana, because we have Swamp here. No need to Duress. They don't bother themselves with cards that don't do stuff. And we have to go for the demon, right? I think that's the play. We can drain, we can draw additional card, and we use this to smite them. And I think we honestly go like this. Should be good enough. We know their draw, so we know their options. And that means they're close to dead on the next turn. They might even be dead, depending on how they play. We have Fortress, we have the Sanctuary, so we have a lot of potential. I wonder which creature they will shelter. And if they want to attack, they kinda need to kill the demon, right? So that's still a problem for them. But this is not enough damage. Alright, they're going for the play. I would love, of course. I'm sorry, I thought I can remove a creature with a removal, but like, consider me corrected. Of course you cannot. Okay, those are aggro creatures, of course they don't die. So what can we do? We definitely have to go with Sanctuary, so we might go as well with this. I think we will still win, but man, those decks are insane. We attack with both of them, so this is 5, they go to 6, they will be at 1. If we activate the Fortress, I think we might kill them, right? So we activate the Fortress, we attack there at 9, and they get hit by 6. Then they're to 1, okay, that wins. We have the mana. We aren't tapping any of our cooldowns. And now we strike. They try to race us, but we are even faster than them with Unholy Annex. Oh boy, that was way closer than it should ever be. Alright guys, what a day on the arena. Whenever I think about this Panda, I just can't stop laughing. Like, it's just such a funny card, and it's actually surprisingly good in this deck. And I want to talk about the whole build, the whole idea of this. Like, we went all the way today, but before we do it, a huge thank you for our patrons for supporting the Panda quest for glory, alright? Thanks to you guys, we were a witness to this absolute Fiendish Panda glory on the channel, whatever. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And honestly, the fact that you get instantly trigger from Annex that is live gain and makes it 4-3 is so needed by this card, because it actually is super understated. Like, even 4-3 is kinda meh. You have this Black Geeks thing for mana that has 4-3 and this does similar thing, but whenever it grows above this, you actually start having so much power with this, and every Annex pumps it again, so we can get 2 triggers a turn, and it's actually not super hard. And your opponent doesn't want to remove this, because the biggest difference compared to Bloodletter is that when they kill Bloodletter, they are golden, like they are so happy about it. When they kill Panda, I mean, there is a bat just flying in their face or another demon, so you still get the triggers. And you sure, they might remove it again, but they're already so behind on tempo, and you have all those sanctuaries, you have harvesters, you don't forget you still have ritual chamber, which usually is enough to make sure that the last demon stays, and all of those are just extra. So together with bats and duress, you will probably go absolutely over the top with your opponent removal. With Skrelv, this was, I'll be honest, this is a bit of a wonky pick. I've tried different creatures for, 1 or 2 mana. I also had this Phyrexian, something that resurrects creatures with Kicker, and I decided that it makes no sense. Even though it has lifelink, so it works nicely with Panda, and it can take something from the graveyard, like Phyrexian Cleric or whatever it is. I don't think it's strong enough just to contest the board, so we went with bats because they hit hands so nicely, and with more removal to stay, alive against stuff. But with Skrelv, you can also protect your demons way better, and bats, you can even have the curve of Skrelv into bat, into demon, and they kinda cannot kill all of this. That means your Annex is kinda safe to just give you value. The idea for this deck was in a way that we can protect our demons way better than other decks, and we can always have one, so that's kind of how it went. There's something I wasn't super happy about. I'll be honest, I went a little bit crazy with this deck, so I did all the things I wanted to do, but usually I constrain myself. And for Mirrex and for Soulstone Sanctuary is definitely one of it. And while you have seen that with those Mirrexes we can actually win games, I'm not sure how to split it, because Sanctuary is incredible in this deck, especially with 4 Citadels. While they are slow in the early game, the fact that you can activate this for 2 lands is insane, and it doesn't need colored mana like Restless Fortress, so even if you name the wrong types, you can still activate it for literally 2 mana, and suddenly this card is insane then, because even if they have Go for the Throat, you actually are not behind on mana, contrary to all the other demons that cost always 3 or 4. So this is a very nice synergy, but I think we should cut Fortress at least to 2, because we have tap land here, and I think that's a good start, but maybe we should even cut more, because we rely on Fortress a little bit, but it's more about Sanctuary, and Mirrex is nice, but maybe we could go to 3 or something, because I think it's a little bit over the top with the chorus mana. So while Mirrex is a little bit better than Fountain Port, it gives you this one core, you still need one other land to supply all the mana cores. So that's something I've noticed after playing. For the rest of the deck, I'm not sure about the Skrelv, so if you want to experiment, this is probably the slot to do it. And Panda, as always, just pure favorite. Like, my favorite Panda, what can you say? And I hope I made a point. Of course, it's probably on average not better than Bloodletter because the combo of Slasher is incredibly powerful. The fact that you can kill your opponent on turn 4 is very defensive, paradoxically or whatever, not intuitively. Basically, you can force your opponent to respect your attack with Slasher, including the first one. So that will force even mono-red players sometimes to leave a blocker. With Panda, of course, you cannot make this combo and you drain your opponent a little bit less, but at the same time, you have cooler plays and you can get back demons. So I think it's a different flavor. Of course, you need to splash full core for this, so it's not as easy, but I hope you enjoyed. I thought that if there's ever a deck where Panda makes sense, this is the one, and we had to make it to see the Panda in action, and it was a great day on the arena for you. So thank you for watching, that's it for today, and see you guys tomorrow.